You are burning your money on modern luxury cars that look like cheap plastic toys. Stop overpaying for fragile engines and glitchy screens that break the second your payments end. If you want real road presence, you need to buy an understated, heavy flagship that looks like old money for a fraction of the price. Here are 5 cheap luxury platforms that make $80,000 new vehicles look completely tacky. Number 5. 2013 to 2017 Cadillac XTS. You are probably looking at modern SUVs on the road right now and realizing they all look like cheap, tacky plastic toys. If you want real road presence without completely destroying your bank account, you need to look at this massive sedan instead. Depreciation completely ruins the resale value of these American flagships the second they leave the dealership lot, which means you can pick one up right now for way under $15,000. When you drive this heavy vehicle down your street, your neighbors will automatically think you have old money because the body lines are heavy, long, and traditional. Under the hood, you get a basic, naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6 engine. This setup completely avoids fragile, high-heat turbos, which means you do not have to worry about hot oil cooking the internal components or melting cheap plastic lines under the hood over time. It is a simple mechanical design that mechanics see every day, so parts are cheap and easy to find at any local auto store. Inside the cabin, you are completely cut off from the outside world because the engineers used thick acoustic glass and heavy metal door insulation panels. This structure completely blocks out all the annoying tire roar and wind noise when you are cruising down the highway. Before you hand over your hard-earned cash to the seller, you need to do a thorough pre-purchase check. Crawl directly under the back of the car with a flashlight and inspect the magnetic ride shock absorbers. These advanced parts leak fluid as they get older, and replacing them forces you to spend a massive amount of money at a repair shop. You also want to look closely at the lower oil pan gasket to make sure no fluid is seeping out onto the frame lines. If those suspension shocks are completely dry and clean, you get a massive, heavy vehicle that gives you an elite driving experience for a fraction of what people pay for a basic commuter car. Number 4. 2007 to 2012 Lexus LS 460. Most people see you pull up in a flagship Japanese luxury cruiser, and they instantly think you are a high-earning professional. Average buyers stay completely away from these executive cars because they are absolutely terrified of high dealership repair costs, and that public fear keeps the used prices down in the low single digits just for you. This car completely ignores tacky modern design trends like those huge, glaring touchscreens that lag and glitch out every single time you start the vehicle up in the morning. It feels solid because it was built during an era when build quality actually mattered to the manufacturer. The main reason you buy this specific platform is the silk-smooth 4.6-liter V8 engine. This motor runs with absolutely zero vibration at a red light, so you do not feel any of that annoying shaking through your seat or the steering wheel like you do in a cheap 4-cylinder economy car. The entire dashboard assembly and the door trim panels use thick, heavy materials held together by solid metal clips that stay tight and do not squeak when you drive over rough pavement or deep potholes. Your main job during the test drive is to turn the music completely off and listen for any deep clunking noises coming from the front wheels. The factory rubber bushings inside the front multi-link steering arms crack open under heavy loads, and fixing that issue requires you to change out the whole metal arm layout. You also want to verify the electronic brake actuator initializes quickly without making a loud clicking sound under the dashboard. Find an example with regular oil change records in the history report, and you get an over-engineered drivetrain that avoids major mechanical breakdowns completely. Number 3. 2011 to 2016 Volvo S80. You can buy this sophisticated European sedan for dirt cheap simply because regular shoppers only look for luxury cars that carry a German badge. That stupid mistake by the general public gives you a massive cash discount on a heavy car that is built like a literal brick wall. The exterior styling is completely quiet, clean, and simple, which means you do not look like a flashy person who is trying way too hard to show off to strangers on the street. It gives off pure understated wealth because it flies completely under the radar of bad drivers and traffic police. Mechanically, this car relies on a highly durable 3.2-liter six-cylinder engine. The engineers did something unique here and mounted the engine sideways under the hood to give the front frame rails more physical metal room to crush safely if you ever get into a bad front-end wreck. The seats inside are shaped perfectly to support your lower back on long road trips, and the buttons on the center console are simple, heavy plastic switches that do not break off or lose their paint when you push them. When you lift the hood up, you need to inspect the black plastic oil trap piece located right on top of the engine block. If the internal rubber diaphragm tears inside that component, it lets extra unmetered air pass through the system and makes a loud, high-pitched whistling sound while the engine idles. Checking this part takes 2 minutes and saves you from a misfire code. Swap that simple part out if it fails, and you are left with a heavy, solid vehicle that handles years of rough daily abuse without ever looking old or dated. Number 2. 2010 to 2014 Hyundai Equus. Almost nobody on the road will recognize this massive car when you pull up to a stoplight, because the manufacturer took their own company badges completely off the body. People in traffic will look at the custom chrome wings on the hood and assume you are driving a rare import vehicle worth $80,000. You are getting a top-tier executive vehicle for a way too cheap price, because regular shoppers do not realize this company was capable of building high-end luxury platforms back then. The drivetrain gives you a highly durable 5.0-liter V8 engine, matched directly to a heavy-duty 8-speed automatic transmission. When you push the gas pedal down to merge onto the highway, the power comes on smoothly without any sudden jerkiness or transmission hesitation. The back seats can lean way back like a first-class chair, and there is a small physical cooler box built right into the middle armrest divider to keep your cold drink bottles cold on long drives. You need to pay close attention and watch the car lift itself up evenly when you first start the engine. The air pump lines can get slow or develop small cracks over time, and if the car sags down to one side after sitting overnight, you will have to pay a shop to replace the air suspension bags. Take your time, verify the air system pumps up fast and holds its pressure, and you get an incredibly plush, heavy ride that matches a six-figure elite cruiser for less money than a used economy hatchback. Number 1. 2009 to 2013 Acura TL. Take one look at the wide metal fenders and the sharp, aggressive angles on this sports sedan, and you will quickly see why it looks way better than the round, jelly bean-shaped commuter cars on the road today. Younger buyers completely overlook this specific model because they only want small 4-cylinder engines with loud turbo upgrades, which leaves this fast luxury platform completely open for you to buy for well under $12,000. The only critical thing you have to watch closely on this specific model year span is the oil dipstick level. The internal piston metal rings can burn engine oil faster than normal if the previous owner skipped their maintenance intervals, so you must verify a clean service history sheet before signing the title papers.